Lampa won the draw for Penn State. Puck comes out, goes out of play once more. And we get another offensive zone draw for the Buckeyes. Penn State just not able to clear the puck. Became an issue throughout the entire series against Michigan, was an issue against Notre Dame as well, and against Michigan State. The defensive zone play has continued to be a struggle down the stretch for Penn State, especially in that third period. So now the fans are getting really loud here for a moment as the band continues to play, as Lampa and Guzzo will go in the draw one more time to the left of Noah Grannon. Freshman goaltender has 29 stops on 32 attempts tonight. Puck comes all the way out towards Lorai, and his shot is bodied down by Grannon, goes into the corner, back to Lorai, who's cutting towards the middle of the ice. His backhand shot goes high. Sarlo gets to it first. He'll attempt to clear. He'll flip it out towards center, giving chase is Lampa. He's the first one there. Referees wave off icing. Puck comes back towards center ice. Penn State finally able to get a partial line change as Kevin Wall will just hold the puck near his blue line. Across to Carter Shade. Carter Shade will throw it back over to Kevin Wall. Kevin Wall shot. He scores! Kevin Wall from the Big Ten logo with 2:20 to go has given Penn State the 4-3 lead.
Two two-goal scorers for Penn State tonight. Who are they? Kevin Wall and Connor McEachern. Two of the players that have helped this program over the course of their careers. Two best friends on and off the ice. We got to talk to Connor the other day, who said that him and Kevin are close. Well, now they are the reason that Penn State is winning this game right now. 4-3 after that shot. Nice job beating Dobesh, who was fully outstretched. Could not get it as Wall snuck it over Dobesh's left leg pad.
Like you mentioned, Wall's second of the game, his 14th of the season. None at a bigger time, as Ohio State has been seemingly controlling the entire play. Similar to the first period before Kevin Wall scored that one. That's a goal Dobesh is going to want back. Beautifully placed shot. Now final 2 minutes to go in the third period. Penn State shockingly has a one-goal lead after Ohio State has seemingly controlled the entire third period. And now Ohio State will look to get a couple more rushes in. 1:50 left. They're trying to get the puck through center. They do. It goes off the stick of Jania, back to Berger. Berger will clear it out towards center, tries to go off the skate. Did Bricky, but it comes back to Lorai. Now 1:39 left in this third period. Penn State pressuring, not giving Ohio State a chance to try and pull Dobesh. Berger still has it now over to Linden. Linden near side Genev. Genev throws it across, goes over the stick of the Naples. Naples try to throw it in front, but it's intercepted by Holiday. Holiday gets it up towards Wise. He's poking it with his stick. Beautiful toe drag by Genev to keep the puck, but then stolen by Holiday. And back to Bricky. Bricky up to Holiday. 1:15 to go. Dobesh is going towards his net. Grannon will hold after the shot from Holiday at the blue line. Goes directly into his blocker side. Now 1:09 left to go. Looks like Ohio State and Steve Rolick are going to call their timeout.
And I think that's really smart. Ohio State, look, they've controlled this period. Penn State might have the lead right now after that Kevin Wall goal, but Ohio State has led or really controlled this period, and honestly, you could go back to the second half of last period as well. So he's just, drawing up a play, drawing up something that works, but it starts at the draw, and so far Ohio State, at least this period, and for much of the game as Penn State leads the faceoffs 42-27. Ohio State hasn't been able to win them, so they're going through both scenarios right now, but the more likely one is that Penn State wins this draw and Ohio State comes and pressures them right away. Doesn't let them get out of that zone in front of Grannon.
Absolutely. Now going back to that goal, you mentioned how Penn State has only been outscored once this season, and they won that game. It looked like Ohio State was going towards that victory, and then Kevin Wall changed things on the fly on a transition play like he did in the first period for Penn State. Caught everybody in the building by surprise, and just like that, Penn State is now 69 seconds away from a crucial win in a Big Ten play to secure, for now, what would be second place in the Big Ten standings. But now the timeout, is over. Steve Rolick seems to like what his squad is going to roll out. Dobesh still out of his crease. Ohio State leading the shot department 34-26. Face off to the right of Noah Grannon. It'll be Tor Linden and Jake Wise. Tor Linden wins the draw. The Naples gets it. He'll fire it out towards center, but it's kept in beautifully by Lorai. But getting to it first is Christian Berger. Berger will clear it out towards center ice. Now a battle for the puck. Calder comes away with it behind that. Throws it in front, and whiffing on the chance was Linden. A chance to ice the game. Now the final 51 seconds. Ohio State needs to push. Coming on the near side is Thiesing. Theising throws it around the boards. Puck's up in the air to Singleton. Now across to Bricky. Bricky on the near circle up to Lorai. Lorai back to Jake Wise. Lots of Wise in front. His shot goes off a body in front. Theising back to Wise. Wise throws it across, trying to get it to Stephen Holiday. Final 30 seconds to go. Holiday battling with Berger on the near side boards. Penn State still can't clear. Back to Holiday. Holiday tries to get across to Wise. Goes over his stick. He gets it back. 20 seconds to go. Lorai on the far point. He moves towards the circle. Across to Holiday. One-timer. What a save. Noah Grannon. Noah Grannon moving from right to left robs the phenomenal freshman and keeps Penn State ahead with 13 seconds left.
All right. So the final thing I have for both of you, I think this season we can all agree that the way that they put in the NHL players was kind of awkward, especially with, having one player for each team and then Matty Beniers going injured, and instead of putting in another Kraken player, they add another Vegas player. So what I want to know from you guys is, Adrian, I'll start with you. Who got snubbed? Who do you think should be in the All-Star game down in South Beach?
I agree with you, Chris. It was definitely a weird way that the NHL did things this season, but let's go back to Buffalo. Rasmus Dahlin not getting picked for the All-Star game. Again, Dahlin, and you mentioned before, Tage Thompson kind of holding Buffalo together throughout their struggles this season. Dahlin having over 50 points, again, in 48 games for Buffalo, really, really holding that squad together. Earlier in the season, he had set a collective goal record for Sabres defensemen with 5. So the fact that he just didn't get that All-Star game was ridiculous. Thompson obviously representing Buffalo, but Dahlin, again, I believe he should have been made an All-Star.
I mean, I think in any other year he'd be a guy that you would expect to be a first ballot All-Star. I mean, you mentioned Matty Beniers. Now there's even another weird situation with Bo Horvat just getting traded to the New York Islanders. Sorry to Tim and all the other Islanders fans that are back there in the studio because that was a horrible trade. But he was the All-Star for Vancouver, so what are they going to do with that? But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I myself am not blind, but I just want to really double check this roster for a second because, I'm not seeing a particular player on here, but, again, I could have missed it. So let's see, we'll go down the list here. No. See, somehow, Marty Necas isn't on that list, and I don't understand why. This is a kid that is leading one of the best teams in the NHL in goals and points right now. He's electric. He's one of the fastest skaters. He's been a guy that has rivaled Connor McDavid this season in terms of speed. And even since the All-Star vote ended, he's got 4 points in 4 games. 3 of those goals, he had 2 goals, one of which came with 11 seconds left against the San Jose Sharks to tie the game, and then 20 seconds into overtime to win the game. And it's a guy that's somehow not in the All-Star vote, in the All-Star game. You mentioned that fan vote. I'm going to tell you right now, it was a disgrace. There's no way that was an actual fan vote. I know that everyone in New York and somehow New Jersey loves the Rangers, but there's no way that the amount of impressions and tweets that this kid got did not get him into the All-Star game. It's a travesty. He's one of the best young players in the league, and to not see him in an incredible bounce back year after everyone wanted him gone last year, it's ridiculous. Yes, Andrei Svechnikov and all these other guys are very deserving, but Adam Fox, I'm sorry, I know you're a Rangers fan. He should not be in the All-Star game. Put someone that people want to see.
And I think that was my problem with the fan vote, too, because I will admit right now that I did tweet out, Adam Fox, Chris Kreider, I basically tweeted the entire roster. But, now looking back at that fan vote, I'm kind of like, really? Adam Fox? Love the guy, but...
Gary Bettman strikes again, what can I say?
Exactly. Is he really All-Star game material? And, that's a big, big problem with having that social media presence.
I'm very disgusted right now. Pickett's still moving in. He pulls up. It's good. Jalen Pickett. 35-33 Wisconsin, 2-point game. Here comes Hepburn for Wisconsin. The other way. Over to Gilmore. Gilmore to Wall. Wall at the top of the key, down low to Klesmit. Klesmit backing down Pickett. Klesmit still trying to find an open shot. He does. Beautiful move by Klesmit.
And Pickett's a really hard body to move down low, but Klesmit did it really without a problem. That's his first basket on the night.
Pickett on the far side, trying to find an open teammate. He finds one in Hen. Hen tries to get it back to Pickett, but it's intercepted. Great play by Carter Gilmore for the Badgers. Now here comes Hepburn the other way on the far side. Hepburn crosses over to his left. He pulls up from 3. You bet! Chucky Hepburn, the sensational sophomore, makes it a 7-point lead for Wisconsin. 40-33 with 17:43 left in this second half. Funk now at the top. He tries to fling one across to Winter. Winter driving towards the paint. He stops. Bounce pass out to Seth Lundy. Seth Lundy back out to Michael Hen. And looking for an open teammate. Lays it off for Funk. Funk pulls up from 3. Just wide. Their offensive rebound for Seth Lundy, and now Jalen Pickett will reset the offense for Penn State. Pick it on the far side over to Hen. Hen pump fakes for 3, then he takes it. It's good! Michael Hen, he doesn't shoot from 3 often, but when he does, he's lethal, 40-36. On the far side, it's Gilmore for the Badgers. Up top to Wall, now back to Hepburn. Hepburn on the edge of that Penn State logo. Gets it to Klesmit. Klesmit driving down low towards the paint. Tries to get back to Gilmore. He does. Gilmore up back top to Hepburn. Hepburn driving down on his right. Now moves back to his left. Pulls up and hits it. Nice little drop step from Hepburn. Hits the shot right back. It's a 6-point lead for the Badgers. 16:41 left in the second half. Pick it on the near side. Finds Winter. Winter driving towards the basket. Backs it back out. Gets it back out to Hen, who gives it right back to Winter. Winter receives a screen from Hen, now moving towards his left. Lays it off for Andrew Funk. Funk back to Hen to the top of the key. Funk finds a cutting Winter, but the pass goes just wide. Winter now moving towards the basket. Power move, he scores. 4-point lead, back and forth these two teams go. It's Hepburn on the far side. Lays it off for Klesmit. Klesmit gets it to Sejan. Now to Gilmore at the top of the key. Moving towards his left, lays it off for Klesmit. Klesmit being guarded by Hen. Pass out towards Hepburn is deflected by Pickett. It'll stay Wisconsin ball, and that'll be the first media timeout with 15:59 left in the second half. 42-38 Wisconsin. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Penn State men's basketball right here. Back inside the Bryce Jordan Center, Penn State down by 4 to Wisconsin, 42-38. Back and forth action in the second half. Josh Bartosik alongside Logan Barandis. And Logan, we talk about that big three at Penn State. One of the main factors of that big three is Andrew Funk, who right now is in a shooting funk. He's 1 for 4 from deep.
Yeah, and that's really kind of a microcosm of what's been a big struggle for the Nittany Lions. Everyone's really been struggling from beyond the arc. Now it's 3 of 11. Penn State did get a three-pointer just a few minutes ago from Mikey Hen, a guy that doesn't really shoot a lot of threes, and hopefully that's something for the Nittany Lions to kind of get them out of that funk as you were talking about. As they're back within 4, they're starting to battle back here.
Absolutely, and got to talk about the back and forth play, both on the defensive side as well. A couple of miscues for both sides. And we talk about the turnover margins for these teams starting to ramp up and pace a little bit.
Yeah, and we kind of talked about it during the pregame kind of breakdown there. Both these teams don't turn the ball over a lot, but they're both really good defensive teams as well. I mean, Penn State has Seth Lundy, one of the top more underrated defenders in the Big Ten, you could say. And Wisconsin's got a lot of guys out there. Tyler Wall's a really good defender as well. So these two teams really going back and forth with each other. It's been a lot of fun to watch, even though it's a defensive struggle.
This game has been decided as of late by scoring trends and scoring droughts for Wisconsin. They've made 3 of their last 3, looking to make it 4-4 on this possession. And this Jordan Davis inbounding the ball to Hepburn once more on the far side, moving left to right. He pulls up from 3. That one clangs off the iron, but a great offensive rebound by Wall. Wall backing down Jai. And Wisconsin will reset on the near side. Down low back to Wall. Still working on Jai. Cuts to his left. Power move towards the basket. Pump fakes a couple times and lays it in. Beautiful move by Tyler Wall. And it's 44-38 Wisconsin.